Okay, so the last time you seen me, I was in the sunny St Andrews, where now I am in the bleak, grey, miserable looking, yet scenic and stunning North Queensferry. Look at that, the Forth Bridge behind me. How iconically Scottish is that? It's amazing. This is the introduction to Fife. And this is the alternative start to the Fife Pilgrims Way, and I thought, why not come here and start my review of the Fife Pilgrims Way, where I'm going to tell you about my favourite sections and just go over a little bit more in depth of the entire walk and reflect on everything that happened throughout my journey. Anyway, let's get into it. So, Fife Pilgrims Way review. Show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can would like to hear you say today.
Countless pilgrims have started their journey to St Andrews at North Queensferry. The town is named after the Queen's Ferry, thought to have been established in the late 11th century by Queen Margaret of Scotland. A keen pilgrim herself, Margaret was eager to ease the way for her fellow travellers by providing safe passage over the Forth. Once they had recovered their land legs, pilgrims could offer prayers in a chapel dedicated to St James, the patron saint of travellers. What a guy. From here, many venture to the Hospitium in Invergordon for a well-earned rest. Both of these sites can still be visited today. And there we go. So this is one of the alternative starts. And this would take you to Farmland, which is where we walk to at the Abbey. And it's a 4.5 hour walk. Now, I'm from this area, so Rosyth, where I stay, is just there. And this route actually goes right past where I stay, which is another reason why I kind of started at Couris. Forgot its name. It was Couris is there. So this is where I started, and this is where we are today. And I've done all of this. Ding 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 ding. So yeah, and we've seen many of these gateway pilgrim sites. Absolutely fantastic. For me, one of the hardest things about starting a sort of long distance walk or any sort of adventure like this is getting started. The hardest thing is getting started. And I remember the day I started, I got my friend to drop me off in Couris. I had my book on me, and yeah, I just started walking and talking, and that was it. That's how I got going, basically, as quickly as that. I didn't do overly too much planning, because I like to be surprised. I'm not going to lie, I just like things to go with the flow. So, you know, I roughly plan things to get started. And as I look back to that first section, it was, for me, the hardest section to do, because, you know, I started on my own. I didn't know what to expect. I was having some difficulties with some things in life as well at that time, in that particular day, which through the process of the walk, I've actually come through, and I feel like a stronger person, mentally and physically, throughout the walk. It has been quite a metaphorical journey for me as a pilgrim, and it's something I'll never forget. Here's me yapping on. I'm just going to give you a wee quick overview of like some of my favourite bits of that first section though. But yeah, I think as you watch each section back, you'll see my spirit rise throughout the walk. Aye, let's go and see that. Hello, it is me, the Gingerman, and at last I've made it onto the Pilgrims Way. After months of flirting with the idea, I'm finally here. I've decided to start in Couris because Well, Curris is stunning and it's a great place, and I'm going to walk from Curris to Dunfermline in this first section. I've got my Fife Pilgrims Way book by Ian Bradley, in the footsteps of monks, miners and martyrs. Look, I thought I'd stop here at the Market Cross. Look, that building is this one over here. So, thought I'd get into the nitty gritty of the walk and learn as I go. So, if the pilgrim has time before setting out, well, I've got some time, they would be well advised to take one of the excellent National Trust tours, which run an hour or afternoon between late March and late October. Cheers, Ian. Anyway, these involve walking up the steep brae to the Market Cross, that's where I am right now, surmounted by the unicorn, the national animal of Scotland. On one side is a pink Harold 17th century house with a Greek motto inscribed on the lintel over the front window that translates to "God provides and will provide." A reassuring text for pilgrims setting out. On the other side of the road, an outside staircase leads to a house that was long known as the nunnery, but was in fact a brothel. There we go. I like this book, it's telling us stuff. Right, so where's the brothel at? The Pilgrim's Way is going to take us through Cairney Hill. Can't get my zip up. Anyone else distracted by a ladybug? They're so cool. Look at that. There she is. Dunfermline Abbey. I don't know if you can see on the GoPro, but it's really close now. And that's our first stop on the Pilgrim's Way to St Andrews. Still got a long way to go, but a lot less distance than what I had this morning. So, you know, positive. The glass is half full. Got this new sitting tool. That didn't look as swiftly as I wanted it to be. I doubt there's going to be as grand a section end in the Fife Pilgrims Way, other than the end at St Andrews, than this section at Dunfermline Abbey. On a day like today, the sun's shining, the sky's blue, the squirrels are out. This is what it's all about. Where the Pilgrim's Way meets the Fife Coastal Path. Tag. I have done both walks, and both walks are equally as fantastic, both giving you a different sort of view of what Fife is. As you go on the coastal route, you don't go through much of the mining heartlands. You know, there's some sections along the Fife coast that, you know, have that, you know, mining connection, but not quite as much as you see going right through the heart of it. It really does pick up on the second section, from Dunfermline to Meadows. A little bit more of a challenging section, section 2. I had a little bit of rain to deal with, and I was walking right through the heart of the Dunfermline town, which, when you're vlogging with a camera, can also be quite an intimidating thing. I always feel more comfortable in the woodland areas, but the payoff comes. The minute you get out of Dunfermline and you go up to Kingsseat, that's when the views start to become spectacular, and then you're right down into the loch and over towards the Blair Adam forest, which is stunning and an absolutely fantastic part of Scotland that, if you haven't been to, I always recommend it. Doesn't matter if you're walking the Fife Coast or whatever, get yourself to Blair Adam for a day out. It's stunning. I love it there. So yeah, there's some guys there just working on the bridge. Yeah, let's just admire them and thank them, give them the thumbs up. Cheers guys for keeping our historic bridge running, I guess. Going off on a tangent there. That is something I could never do because I hate being up high. Anyway, back to the Pilgrim's Way. So, that second section, as I say, has got the Blair Adam Woods, and again, you're coming into Meadows, which is stunning as well. So you really start getting the more natural side of Fife now as you get into this section. And for me, that's when the walk really kicks in, and you start to really appreciate the land around you. Let's go and have a look at some of my favourite bits from section 2. Well, I've had a good rest and I'm now laid up in Dunfermline Abbey. I'm now beginning to think of self-sabotage myself because I kept saying I kind of wanted a section of rain, and oh boy, they're giving me it. It's starting to get heavier. I'm getting wet. There's a bridge ahead, there's a bridge ahead, and I'm going to stand under it. I had another wee spell of rain there, so I've done a little bit of rain dancing. There's so many varieties of plant and tree, it's just unbelievable. And I imagine people from the past had much more knowledge within themselves of how to utilise it around them. Like they could just, you know, walk through the woods and pull a ham sandwich out of anywhere, because I could really go a ham sandwich, but I don't have the internalised knowledge to do it. Pilgrims didn't have phones to play games on like we do, so they had to entertain themselves, like this game, log balancing. So simple, you just don't fall over. If you fall over, you lose the game. If I fall here, it's on camera. No problem. Can confirm I have been walking for 4 hours. By the time I get round Lochore Meadows, which is way bigger than I remember it being, probably about 4.5, I guess. Look at this. That is a jellyfish. But we've got to watch out for the tentacles. I've got my shoes on. I've got my Pilgrim Way shoes on. My colourful pilgrim shoes. Look at this, look at the colours in it. Ah, it's disgusting and cool all at once. Ugh. So I didn't see any jellyfish on my Pilgrim's Way, but I've seen lots of other cool things. So section 3 was when I was at Lochore Meadows and I was heading towards Glen Rothes. Now, first things first, this is where I first got properly lost, and I was kind of going a bit round in circles for a bit. But you won't see all of that because I edited most of me getting lost out, so you didn't see the extent of me getting lost trying to find my way. Yeah, there are lots of tools online that you can use to find your way, which at this point I did start using, so I will add all that. I'll pop a link in. So there is lots of tools online that you can use. The book that I've got, a great read. It's great more for the history, it ain't going to direct you anywhere. And just keep your eyes peeled for those little Fife Pilgrim Way badges all over the shop. They are really helpful, and as you get through the route, more and more start to appear. Yeah, but as you head towards Glen Rothes, you really are now out in the wild of Fife. This section, as beautiful as it is, sorry, I'm trying to do my talking here and I'm sliding on these rocks, so if I do fall, you'll know why. Right, anyway, this section, as beautiful as it is, it does have the worst part of the whole entire walk, which is just a long road all the way to King Lassie, which is fine, but you know, it's not the best part. So, you know, maybe like if someone could meet you there with like an electric scooter or something, you just scoot along, you could add a little bit of excitement to that part of the walk. But after there, it's beautiful. There's a wee hill towards King Lassie, so get your walking legs on, and it probably is the steepest part of the entire walk, but the views are stunning of King Lassie, and then that's you straight into Glen Rothes through Leslie, into the big park, and yeah, amazing. Glenrothes is actually a part of Fife that I didn't know too much about, and until I started filming about the place I realised that this amazing, stunning, beautiful park in it, and I love it. But aye, let's go and look at my favourite parts of section 3. Oh, turns out we've been going the wrong way. I'm back at the entrance. Turns out the turn off was right across from Meadows there, the entrance. So I've just added an extra half an hour to the start of my walk. No biggie. I mean, no wonder I'm missing this. Look at this. I feel like there was a sign there telling me to go up there. No wonder I went the wrong way. Someone took the sign off that. Or is there something? Anyway, we're here. Look, I'm on the Benarty Heritage Trails, which is good tick. Fife Pilgrims Way tick. And you randomly come up this bank and a hill across the street. So yeah, if you are planning on doing the Fife Pilgrims Way and you get to the Loch Oor section, just keep watching my video, let me do all the mistakes, let me be the canary in the mine and blow myself up going the wrong way, and you can go the right way. I'll lead the path. Well, look at the views. What? Oh man, this is beautiful. This is a great walk to undertake because it takes you through parts of Fife you just didn't know about or hadn't seen. The Fife coast is a similar thing, but there's such prominent places along the coast that a lot of it's very familiar. This, not familiar. And just this spot here is just phenomenal. I came up this way looking to find Kinlassen's Well. I can't seem to find it, but I have found this path that goes through the back of Kinlassie, which isn't bad. And there's my old pal up there. Right, maybe the well is along here. Is this the well? It's the outflow of the well. Right, so where's the well? Is this the well? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, but there's nice stepping stones over it. Steep section. I can't even speak. Right, let's just get the head down and get up here, because I know there's going to be some lovely views. And the breeze on my back is kind. I hope that's not like some sort of false summit right ahead. This is a tough one on the legs when you've been walking the last couple of hours. But look what we can see. So it's worth it. I'm coming under this bridge and I'm now looking to get to the big duck pond bit at Riverside Park, where I'm going to finish off my snacks and end my day. Look at those pinks. Look at the colour of my bag. I got a purple bag from the shop. And what a day it's been, what an adventure. And I started off at Loch Oor Meadows, I got lost, found my way, I got lost again, found my way, walked to Kinlassie, and you know, I was up hills, I was through fields, over bridges, through gates, seen and done it all the day. Love it. And I feel like, is this the halfway point of the Pilgrims Way, Glenrothes? I feel like it's more than halfway, but we'll say it's halfway. We're at the halfway point. So before moving on to Dunfermline from Queensferry, the Pilgrims Way comes to Invergordon, which I have filmed in the past a few times. That's because in my early days of my life I was living in Invergordon up until about 10 years old. So I mean, Invergordon have history. Anyway, that aside, I decided to come to Invergordon for my next review section-y part, whatever I'm calling this. But this is my favourite bit of Invergordon right here, this very spot, the community garden. See right over to Edinburgh. Not with the GoPro you can't, but with your eyes you can. So on to the fourth section of the walk, and at this point I was in Glenrothes and my good friend Tom joined me. And I think at this point I thought, you know what, I've had enough of doing this on my own. I want some company. I want to share this experience with someone. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learnt and taken from the walk, is that I do enjoy being on my own, and at times I am an introvert personally. But also, equally as I like to be introverted, I like to be extroverted, and I like to be around people as well. I enjoy company, and I really particularly enjoy sharing good experiences. And that walk from Glenrothes then on to Kennaway with Tom with me was brilliant, because Tom was able to share in all of his experiences and knowledge, and I gained so much more having him with me. Ultimately not getting lost, that was key. And we ate some wild garlic, which I wouldn't have had the confidence to do on my own, but Tom's got a little bit of savvy about him and knowledge, and that was fantastic. So eating that wild garlic is one of the highlights of the trip for me, because it was so tasty. It tasted like pizza, and amongst other parts of that part of the walk, it was scenically beautiful. It was a bit of a slog at the end towards Kenneways. We had to just walk through about 5 miles of farmer's field, but it was, in itself, it was beautiful as a walk. So let's go and check out some of my favourite bits of that. Tom, ready to do the Fife Pilgrims Way?
Hello.
Part 4, how are you feeling?
Ready.
He's ready. I just chucked the camera on in his face there without any warning. He's ready. He's ready to go. Tag. The question is, are we still in Glenrothes? Aye, we must be. We've not walked that far, have we? Community kick-off. This is nice. I like it, because they've got it right. They've got basketball nets with proper ground, not grass, because sometimes you go places and they've got basketball nets with grass. It's not got any actual net, but it's fine. It's got a giant tyre. Thumbs up for this. I like that it's surrounded by the trees as well. Stones. What's the part of they had some old function, rituals, or was there an agricultural reason? Sacred. This flint knife was found in one of the graves. As useful as a Swiss army knife today. I doubt that. We're here. So this is prehistoric, people. This is even before pilgrims. So I wonder if what the pilgrims thought these were. Did they know? Did they have information? And
Probably use it as a marking point.
marking point, yeah.
For over 2,000 years they were used as what they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Seasonal
it's
festivals and to honour their ancestors.
just constantly being told what they're for, generation after generation. You ever tasted it?
Hmm?
You ever tasted it?
No.
No.
Tom's eating some wild garlic. What does it taste like?
Oh.
Garlic.
Oh, what? Mega garlicky.
Is it?
Totally. Try that.
Gingerman going with some wild garlic for the first time. Mmm. Mmm.
Takes a second or two and it explodes.
It's really nice. It's like, it feels like I've just ate a pizza. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Wow, that is tasty. Aye, this has definitely been the most pleasing section on the eye. Real feeling of serenity and peace here. I'm enjoying it.
Loud birds.
Oh, the bird's song is loud and proud. There it is. This is where the pilgrims would have came. The Hospium of Greyfriars. I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, that's fine, because my good uncle Gerald will give me a call and tell me how to pronounce it. He's a smart man who knows his history of the land in Fife. So he likes to watch the episodes and he'll tell me when I say something wrong, which is good, because, you know, you're going to say things wrong in life. That's another thing you've got to learn, is you're going to get things wrong and you're going to make mistakes. But doing something like the Pilgrims Way and putting yourself out there to make mistakes is okay. It's fun because you learn, and that's how you really learn. That seems really serious there, but it's just all I can say about that. I can't wait to see these. This part now, the level of excitement was really high for me. I brought along my friend Fionney and Callum and the dog Bruno, and for me this was probably one of the real highlights, because this was all about real friendship now and just having people with you. And obviously I love dogs. I would have brought Angus with me, my dog, but he doesn't like long distance walks. He's just a little Shih Tzu, but Bruno loved it, and Bruno for me was the highlight of this section. We just had so much fun, laughter, and Bruno just brought that dog beautiful innocence, just really appreciating. A bird just pooped, just caught it. Well, I didn't catch it on camera, but I caught it with my eyes. Anyway, yeah, Bruno, amazing. He just, and the walk itself is so scenic. There's no people, we seen nobody. It was a Sunday afternoon and we seen no one. It was just, for me, it's like, it's a core memory that day, a core memory, and I absolutely adored it. And as I say, I think the more people you get on these walks, probably the better. I don't know how it would be for filming if I brought a whole squad of everyone with me, but yeah, it really does show you that, you know, we are better surrounded by people, and good people. Make sure it's good people, that's important. Right, let's go and just have a look back at some of my favourite memories from this section. Yes, I'm back for section 5 of the Pilgrims Way. The sun is out. Mr. Tom is away home and he's been replaced with a new friend, Callum, and Fionney. Now this, I know this place, this is Kennelly Den, and there's a totem pole somewhere up here. Later when we'll all be holding hands or something. Good boy. How you feeling? You tired?
I'm not feeling great, if I'm honest.
In terms of physicality wise, or
My
just
calf is there, my knee is there. Apart from that, I'll keep going.
Is this all the fallen trees we think? Oh well. Looks like we're back on the path.
Onward.
Oh, this looks lovely. Is this the bit where we look over Largo Law? None of us know this area of Fife, so we're just pinging darts into the dark when we say things about where we are. I bet the Pilgrims were master fishers. I bet they could just stick a stick in the water and pull out a big massive bit of cod. No, they wouldn't, he says. What would they pull out? Pike, perch and trout. There we go. I don't know much about fishing, but I'm here to learn. We have a man who fishes, scanning for action, movement.
Just like to see if there's any minnows.
That's real.
Come here.
A real beautiful moment. I'll feed you. I want to touch a cow. I've never touched a cow. There we go, pal. Oh, he licked him. There we go. I wasn't licked by the cow. Got this one. What's this, man?
That cow just caught.
Got a lick. Oh, I got a sniff, not a lick. This guy's a licker. There you go. Lick my hand. He likes you, Callum. Does anyone want to lick my hand? Ginger hand. Oh, he's eating my little thing that I left him. I think they think we're feeding them.
That's what I think it's feeding time.
Licky, licky. Licky, licky. The Pilgrims Way. The checkpoint! It's the checkpoint! We've got to tag. We've all got to tag it. The dog and everything. All of us together. Let's tag it. Tag! There we go. It's got a nice building for a pilgrim to stop at. Right, so we come to the final section, and at this point, you know, the whole way, you hadn't seen it, but I actually was at the ready to camp all the way through every section. And it wasn't until we got to series that summer began properly and the weather was coming out. So I said to Callum, our good friend Feeney, he couldn't make it because he was working, but Callum could. And I said, do you want to camp out? And he was really keen, really motivated, and that motivated me. So we got the tent, went up to series, and the rest spoke for itself. What an amazing, amazing end to the journey for me. Like, I don't even know if I've got the words to explain how great that day was. And obviously, if you've watched it, you know what the highlight for me is going to be, was meeting the time-travelling pilgrim harp player. Like, it was perfect. It was like he just appeared perfectly. On the day of filming, the sun was out, we're heading to St Andrews, the final day, everything, the stars aligned, it was perfect. And yeah, I felt this sense of like just connection to everything around me on that day, and he just appeared perfectly. Everything came together, and just excitement when I got to St Andrews, finishing another walk around Fife and just basking in the joy of everything around us. And Callum, wow, having him along the way was great. We really bonded. I don't know Callum that well. We've been sort of acquaintances more than friends, but I think we became friends on this journey, Callum. I hope you're watching us back, but aye, making new friends is important, and we made friends with Roddy, the harp player. And if Roddy, if you aren't a time traveller and you're from this time and you find yourself watching this, please contact me. Let's hook up and do some more stuff together, because you were an inspiring guy. But aye, enough talking. Let's just go and look at the highlights of that final section. Well, good morning. It is, I don't have a watch on, it's about 8. I'm going to say it's about 8. We never got up for sunrise. There was a rooster roostering over there, woke Callum up. Callum didn't have a bed, so he didn't have the best night's sleep. I had a great sleep, I'm not going to lie. And the blackout tent's amazing. Only got up to do a pee in the middle of the night, around about 4. And that was it, I had a great sleep. So Callum he's offered his services to go to the shop. He's away to get us some fresh coffee, because we didn't bring all the necessary things for coffee, but we did bring this grill. Here we go, we're heading out of series and into nature. That is the 56th gate on the Fife Pilgrims Way. These are my favourite parts. The minute you get out of the towns and the villages and you start just blatting through nature, you can't beat it, especially on a day like this. This can be your new profile picture. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Let me get you from round here. Oh, that's nice. Strike a pose.
Oh, he's so pretty.
I bumped into Harry here. Harry's just a friendly dog.
Very friendly fellow. Oh, the kisses.
He gives you a kiss.
He's such a polite
He's
boy.
such a beautiful dog.
He's such a good... Oh, the kisses.
My first dog, Sparky,
He's so nice.
was a black lab. I bet he was a cross though, so he was more of a mongrel, but he
Mine
had
was
more
a half lab, half Rottweiler.
Mine was half lab, half like lurchery thing.
Lurcher.
Kind of like
Alright.
Alicia and Feeney's dog.
Aye, aye. Oh, you're so happy. I know who's
It's
your good
so
boy.
beautiful.
Who's your good boy? Yes, yes you are.
This is the best thing on the Pilgrims
This
Way.
is the best thing we've seen all day.
It is. So, here we are walking along this road. Callum goes to me, Derek, is there a highwayman at the side of the road? Have we gone back in time, or has he like just come through our dimension and just ended up here? Turns out no, it's a real life guy called Roddy from Arbroath, and he's doing the Pilgrims Way. He's coming the opposite direction, and look, he's actually got a harp. Look at this. What a genuine treasure this is. There goes our pal, the Spirit of Scotland, walking into the distance. It's crazy, we've been on this Pilgrims Way and for the last like 3 hours we've only just seen one time traveller, and now we're surrounded by people again. Look at this. I've got ice cream, you've got sorbet.
Sorbet.
Sorbet,
Mixed
sorry.
berry sorbet.
Mixed berry sorbet. And I've got millionaire shortbread ice cream. This is the perfect treat. Look, it's this way. Tag. I am being surrounded by ducks. Real life ducks. I think they think I've got food. Yo, I was feeding ducks in the last episode at Foss. And we've made it. There it is, what's left of it. Sauron's tower. How's it locked?
You can't go
Let us in! We've travelled hundreds of miles! There we go. The final tag. This is actually the final tag. Join the pilgrimage to the largest and most important church in medieval Scotland. Well, I've already done it, mate. Just finished it. Curis to St Andrews Cathedral. Done. I've done it. I'm a pilgrim. I'm an official pilgrim. Hiya, I'm a pilgrim.
Oh, good lad.
Thanks. I'm a pilgrim. And that guy said good lad, and that's what I feel like. I feel like a good lad right now. I just want to tell everyone I'm a pilgrim. I'm an official pilgrim. So if anyone wants a photo, I am a pilgrim. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you. I have had a shave and changed clothes. That's because when I was filming yesterday for the wee bits, it was raining a little bit, and then when I went to film the final bit, it really started raining. And I wanted to come to Fife because this is the last destination of the Pilgrims Way that I haven't been in. And of course that's where I'm from, Fife. So I waited for the weather to clear. It's a little bit darker now. And yeah, that's it. The Fife Pilgrims Way is over officially. And what an experience. I know I've said it over and over again how scenic Fife is and what an amazing journey is, and I could fill you all the cliches that I can muster out in my brain. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's such a fantastic, inspiring journey across Fife that really makes you appreciate what we have right on our doorstep. So that aside, what's coming next? Well, there's some sort of golf tournament going on in St Andrews, so I'm going to get myself up there and do a little bit of filming. Then it's back on the road, hitting all the towns and villages in Fife that I haven't seen yet. So I'm thinking off the top of my head, where have I not been? Strathmiglo, there we go. Lookers, Tayport, there's 3, just to name a few. So these are sort of episodes that you could see coming up. What else? Alright, I've started filming weddings recently, so that's exciting. So if you've got a wedding coming up, or you know someone with a wedding coming up, get in touch with me. Yes. And then beyond the next few episodes that'll see me completing my Fife journeys, I will be branching out to other areas of Scotland. So I don't know if I'll be going north, south. I can't really go any more east or west. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. But for now, the Fife Pilgrims Way is complete. I hope you have enjoyed this journey and me putting it together in this review episode. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments below. I'll try and get back to them as soon as I can. But thanks so much for everyone that has supported me on the journey, and all you guys for watching. Peace!